How are you, everybody? Donny Fandango, and I am very lucky, and I know I'm nervous because my hands are sweating like crazy. I got Pete and Sam from Chevelle. Gentlemen, welcome back. It's really great to see you.
Hey, it's good to be seen.
Good to be here, Donny.
Well, and it feels like there was a number of years where we were running into each other a couple of times a year, but now it's been, I would say, probably 3 years, and it feels like forever, but you're back with great new music, guys. Welcome back.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, man.
Yeah, it does feel like forever.
So let me ask you this, the break between records was the longest of your career. I'm sure you're going to get this question 6 billion times and have already, but it was a long break. What was going on during that time? Was it just a record that took a little while longer to make?
Yeah, we were doing records almost every 2.5 years, roughly.
Yeah.
And I think I hit a wall and I just needed a little more time. I think I kind of like, you know, we don't learn very quickly. We learn by mistakes mostly. So we decided, hey, let's add another year. Well, that year turned into an extra year, and you know, because of COVID and all that. So we wrote a ton of music, and then in 2019 we went back to the drawing board and wrote another 6 songs because
Plus, we did a long tour in 2019 too. Which
yeah, we had
from writing.
a good opportunity that came up that we didn't want to pass up. And then so we kind of had a collective thing where we came together and say, hey, I don't think half of these are good enough. So our producer pushed us and we came out. So anyway, I wrote Self-Destructor at the end of 2019 and a host of other songs. And we needed to record those in March of 2020. That was right when COVID was kind of hitting, right? I guess everybody has their own time frame of that. But for us, we were in LA and it was March 5th and it was really starting to crack down in LA. And we finished the album up and then skedaddled back home March 18th. So
yeah,
then it turned in, we were like, okay, so when do we put the record out? Let's hold for a minute. And then we got into the summer and we were like, Sam and I are freaking out. We're like, you know, let's just put it out. So we've been trying to put this album out since summer of 2020, but we had some disagreements. It's weird. It's a weird time. We didn't know what was right. So we held off, but then I had an epiphany. I woke up and I was like, one day I was like, Sam, dude, let's just do whatever it takes to get it out. We need to feed the fans. We need to feed ourselves creatively. Let's just put it out. It is what it is. I don't want to sit down any longer. So the label agreed, and this is where we're at, and now we're promoting. So couldn't be happier with the response, though. So thank you.
And I want to ask about Self-Destructor because to mine, and I've been a fan of you guys for, I mean, a long time. And I looked, by the way, Self-Destructor is at least the 17th Chevelle song that we have played on the Point over the course of your career in our career.
Wow.
Whoa.
Yeah, that's insane.
But this, to me, this is certainly the longest single you guys have ever released.
Yeah.
Is it the longest song you've ever made? And was that a calculated move to change things up a little bit, or can you kind of talk about that? Because I was surprised as heck to see a 5-minute 43-second Chevelle song.
Yeah. Well, here, Sam, if I don't mind me answering that. So, okay, the song was written, and we didn't think it was a single at all.
Yeah.
So we just write now. And it is what it is. But this, the ending, the reason it has the piano on is because we were huge Faith No More fans, you know, growing up as, you know, teenagers, and I don't know if it was, so I'm writing on different things now. Piano, there's keyboard on the new album. There's different sounds, things like that. I'm doing a lot of soundscape stuff on my own. So I started incorporating that in, and I had this piano part, and then we thought, what, you know, I don't know if it was Barisi that said it or Sam, was it you that said, hey, we should end this like Faith No More song epic.
It was me. I went.
You know, and so I remember sitting there, and actually it's coming back to me more clearly now. So we did. He was like, all right, he sat a keyboard in my lap one day at the studio, and he's like, all right, well, if we're going to do that, write something. And I was like, oh shit. All right. I was like, got any beer? I need something to, like, cause I was on the spot, you know? But over the next couple of days, we started messing around and we came up with the ending, and so that turned into a 5.5 minute song. Lo and behold, people that heard the record wanted that to be the first single. You could chop off the end if you want to play it or not. It's up to you guys. Yeah. But yeah,
I think that to answer your second question, I think the longest song we've written is a song called "Shot from a Cannon" from the North Corridor. I think, and that's over 8 minutes.
Okay.
But
see, and I feel bad. I should have known that before.
No, I didn't know that.
Well,
I had to look it up.
How do you guys? Because you are a very consistent band, and you were talking about it, with the record almost every 2 years. How do you avoid the complacency aspect of it? And maybe that's not even the right word, but how do you guys keep yourselves fired up and energized? And I guess maybe part of this break was so that you can continue to get yourself energized to do this. There's got to be kind of something there. You know what I mean? How do you keep yourselves pushing to make it fresh every time so you're not making the same record every time?
Well, I can answer that in a couple different ways.
Yeah.
My wife does a lot of baking, a lot of cookies. She has to, we have to get Sam on his drum kit in one way or another. So whatever I can to get him over here. Is that kind of close to that, Sam?
If that were true, I would definitely pack on some pounds.
It's no secret that Sam loves a nice summer day to ride his motorcycles around.
It's true.
It's no secret. So I'm constantly pulling him in. I'm like, hey, I've got these riffs.
Yeah.
Can I get you down there on the kit? But yeah, I'm always working.
To answer, and
I
also
have
to
a whole
answer
other album written.
To answer what Pete's saying too is Pete's thing is like he always says, "Can we beat this?" But we're writing a video for the second single right now, and we come up with these good ideas, and then I'll say, "All right, this is great. We got all this stuff," and he'll go, "But can we beat it?" And so like, all right, well, let's start from scratch again and see if we can come up with something better. And dude, it's infuriating. I want to fucking strangle him sometimes over it, but it just makes everything better all the time.
Yeah, you play for your 2.5 hours and you bail, and then I spend the rest of the night. That's really how it happens.
I'm glad he's not bitter about it.
Every drum beat he gives me, I go, just give me 3 minutes, man. I'll give you 3 different songs.
It's true.
That drum beat.
He will. Sometimes he'll go like play back on you see those 24 tracks, and he'll say, here's the first one I did to this beat, and there'll be like 4 or 5 tracks, and the second 4 or 5 tracks are completely different. And even sometimes he'll have more than one melody over each one of those parts, completely different melodies, which is amazing.
It'd be nice to be really talented. You know what I mean? That's gotta be something.
I I think he's talented.
Yeah,
but he's
it's got to
really
be nice. I don't know what that's like.
But he does. He just sits there and keeps doing it.
I just, you'll end up somewhere if you can just start. I mean, that's the secret. So
that's some good advice for a writer, though, too. So, gentlemen, all I can say is this. I don't know when we're going to have live shows again. I don't know when we can welcome you back to St. Louis again. But I was thinking about this morning as I was getting myself ready. I would love, and I don't even know if this is possible, a Chevelle club show. A sweaty, small, way packed room where you guys are playing like on like a 15 from 1 to 10. I want one of those shows at some point in the next few years because I would really like to see you guys in a little small spot after years of seeing you in a big theater, man. It would be great. It would be great fun as a fan to see that.
Yeah. Anything would be fun right now. But yeah, definitely hot and sweaty, back to what we used to do. I mean, bring it.
Absolutely so. Well, gentlemen, we thank you very much. We look forward to seeing you more in 2021, hopefully.
Yeah.
And Self-Destructor on the radio right now. We love it, and St. Louis loves it. And we thank you guys very much for your time today.
Hell yeah.
Thanks for having us again.
All right. That's Chevelle. Thanks, boys.